The study of wisdom cannot be understood as merely cognitive. Wisdom is an experience of being. With this in mind, we invite you to join us in a guided meditation and reflection structured around Bassett's dimensions of wisdom. Our hope is that this exploration is as experiential, somatic, effective, and lived as it is understood. Put your hand on your heart and direct your attention to your heart space. Take in a deep breath through your nose and imagine your heart space expanding. As you release your breath through your mouth, send the calm energy throughout your body, all the way down to your toes and up through the crown of your head. Send this calm energy into all of your cells. Continue taking heart-focused breaths with a 5-second inhale and a 5-second exhale, and smooth, unforced breaths coming to and from your heart as you learn more about the dimensions of wisdom.
The first dimension of wisdom is discernment, or our ability to see the underlying forces and patterns of our reality. The invitation here is to step outside of a situation and see it not as you would like it to be, but rather as it is. Take a deep inhale through your nose and exhale slowly through your mouth. With your next inhale, think about breathing in the present moment with all that it is. With your exhale, release your stories, projections, and reactions to this moment. At the bottom of your exhale, use the mantra, "What is?" Inhale, presence. Exhale, narrative. What is? Inhale, presence. Exhale, narrative. What is? Can you see what is without your story? Intuiting its nature and describing it concretely and with a complexity that sees its depth. Imagine a problem that once consumed you. Think about this experience or person or emotion that swept you up. Now, visualize this circumstance as a rock. And then hold that rock in your hand. Can you look at it and describe its features? Discernment is this ability to see a situation with as little projection and distortion as possible. To hold it out in front of us, to make it object. As you look at this stone, inhale a long, slow breath, being attentive to both your body's movement and the weight of the rock in your palm. Can you perceive the nature of this old problem beyond the surface? Identifying symptoms that previously inspired a reaction. Let's bring this practice to our present circumstances. In discerning the coronavirus and our subsequent isolation, tune into what is really going on that others can't quite see. Can you hold that and objectively name what is? Describe it factually, as you would share the features of an object you were observing or holding. What lessons are available to the collective? Holding this rock in your outstretched palm, inhale presence, exhale narrative. What is? Bringing your insight into the underlying force of our present circumstances. Now, imagine yourself a falcon and zoom out to see the rock from a 10,000-foot view. From this vantage point, what else is at play? What is the whole of our present moment? Staying at your bird's eye view, inhale presence, exhale narrative. What is? Finally, with the insight and holism you've discerned, can you imagine a 3-part scale that balances your present needs, the needs of others, and the needs of our institutions at this time? As you place these needs onto each respective plate, visualize weighing them in such a way that brings relative equilibrium. Inhale presence, exhale narrative. What is?
As we move into this next phase of respecting, take a moment to close your eyes. Open your hands, turning your palms to the sky. Keep your hands open, perhaps resting the back of your hands on your thighs or the surface in front of you. Take a deep breath in and out. Empty your mind of external thoughts for a moment. Begin to picture a flower bud coming into bloom, slowly opening, growing, developing. Keep that image in the back of your mind and return to the present. Return to thoughts of what has transpired in the past few weeks. Fix on a specific situation or moment that was particularly challenging, a storm that arose. Search for when you have experienced a sense of gratitude in the midst of that storm. Rest in this for a moment. What prompted those feelings of gratitude? An action? A person? Step into that person's shoes. How might they have experienced the situation? How were they affected? Next, identify a person in that stormy situation with whom you disagreed or had differing points of view. How did they understand reality in that storm? What can be gained from seeing from their perspective? What might contribute to how they see the world? How can you find gratitude in that space, for that person, for their unique point of view? Retain those feelings and experiences of gratitude as you return to the image of a flower bud opening up despite the storm, and simply rest in this moment.
As we move into the third phase, imagine calming your mind and emotions with each inhale and exhale. Wisdom is a commitment to the common good. It is about taking action and getting involved, which will look differently for people in various contexts. Wisdom, however, cannot remain inside someone. The wisdom that you gain through struggle, facing your fears, getting involved, and making sound and adept decisions needs to be offered to others. Wisdom is about enacting our moral courage for the greater good through the lens of fairness and justice. Return to the storm you experienced in the previous section. As you recount the storm, what wisdom can be extracted that manifests in action? Listen with intent to your inner voice. What right action are you being called to take up? Is this action rooted in a determination of fairness and justice? What is the message of wisdom that you can extract from the storm? Continue with heart-focused breathing as you go within and listen. Think now about how you will share that wisdom with another. Consider how your actions will be guided and to what end they will be directed. What means will you use? How will the wisdom manifest itself in engagement or action? Think about your wisdom as a song you share with others. How will this song inspire the collective? When we extract the wisdom, we use both discernment and respect to make the best decision about how to get engaged, how to direct our action, and how to share our wisdom with others. As our meditation comes to a close, it is time to release the struggle. Imagine that you are on a raft with that struggle, floating down a slow-moving river. As you listen to the song of the river, pick up the struggle in your hands and place it into the river. Watch it dissolve into the water. Pick up any other pieces of that struggle that remain in your consciousness and place those gently in the water until they are dissolved. Each time you release, inhale a deep breath with the word wisdom and exhale with the word release. Every one of our challenges or struggles contains some wisdom. Once we extract the wisdom, it is time to release the struggle, hold on to the wisdom, and then share the wisdom with others.
I live my life in widening circles that reach out across the world. I may not complete this last one, but I will give myself to it. I circle around God, around the primordial tower. I've been circling for thousands of years, and I still don't know. Am I a falcon, a storm, or a great song?